live. I just wanted to come on and say hey and check on everybody. I'm sitting here in my office doing some schoolwork and reading the news and just seeing what everybody's up to. Um, I just got back from the CVS and fed RJ his lunch. And I just wanted to jump on live and see what everyone was up to. I got some really cute nail polish from the CVS, which I already tried it, guys. I am not by no means any kind of nail polish person, but I thought it was so cute. I have been stalking this nail polish for a while now because I had seen it at the Kroger and I never grabbed it, and I wanted to see what was, and I found it at the CVS. So I was painting my nails, reading the news, and I was like, I wonder what other people are thinking about politics. And I know when people come on here, they don't like to talk about politics, but I was like, let's talk about it. What do y'all think? What do you guys think about everything that's going on right now with Trump and I want to know. I want to know what is in your mind about Trump. How do you feel about him coming into office? How do you feel about what he's doing to the immigrants? And I'm not talking about like the immigrants that are, committing crime. I'm talking about the families that are being torn apart because of their immigration status and stuff like that. What do you guys think about the tariffs that he's putting on all the countries? And they're going to be affecting us. So I guess this is a nail polish. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. But I'm just checking in with you guys, hanging out, see if anybody comes on. I see one person in here, but I'm talking politics, guys. I know politics is a big thing that people don't like to talk about, but I'm just curious, like, how do y'all feel? I want to know what the community and, what y'all feel about what's going on with Trump and everything that's going on. Like, I want to know. I'm painting my nails too, or I'm attempting to. Ooh, fancy. So, guys, I want to know, what do you guys feel about right now with the politics and everything going on? I know a lot of people don't like to talk about politics when they're on YouTube, but I want to hear and I want to know, like, what you guys think about what's going on, about, how you feel about Trump being nominated, him being president. Did you vote? What about the tariffs that are happening right now? Apparently, they're saying that the new tariffs that Trump put on Canada and put on some other countries, China, Canada, and somewhere else. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but apparently the tariffs that he put on these other countries, they're starting to put tariffs on us now. So I'm curious, like, how do you guys feel about what's going on in politics right now? Because they are preparing us. I don't know. Do I believe in conspiracy theorists? Do I believe in conspiracy theories? Yes, I do. If you look up the very definition of what a conspiracy theory is, it is, I love Hugh Shorts. You like my shorts that I do, like on my channel? Thank you. Look, guys, I'm painting my nails too. So I'm just painting my nails and we're talking politics. I want to know what you guys are feeling out there about what's going on, because I was sitting here reading on my computer some of the things that is going on in the world, and it's crazy. I want to know, a lot of people get on YouTube and they don't talk politics because they say that it's controversial, but I want to know. I want you guys to tell me. Tariffs, let's see. So, Canada, Mexico, and China. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but the tariffs in China, you could pick up anything in your house. Anything. You could pick up anything in your house. A light, a camera, a GoPro, a PlayStation, a computer. Everything that we own in our homes is from China. So that's going to be interesting to see if the tariffs that he is putting on these countries, how it's going to affect us, because we're already, guys, already, like, okay, no joke, me and my husband, we eat like brown eggs, right? And RJ had to go to the store the other day to get eggs. It was $40 for 4 dozens. And I think that's crazy. I mean, are you guys feeling it in your households? Like, are you seeing the increase in, and I know a lot of this has to do with, I don't know. I don't know what it has to do with. I don't know if it's the Biden administration. I don't know if it's the Trump administration. I don't know what's going on. We did not, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get involved this time around. But I'm curious, like, what you guys think about what's going on. A lot of people are talking about like boycotting. I'm actually American, so thank you. I was born and raised in America. Um, can't shout me out. I've been subscribed to you for 3 years and I always watch your shorts. Leo, I don't even think I've been on YouTube for 3 years, Leo. The first time I actually posted on YouTube was like earlier this last year. So I guess we'll shout you out. Shout out to Leo. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, Mary, I'm talking about politics. I know a lot of people come on YouTube and they don't want to talk about politics because it's like very controversial, but I was like, you know what? I was like sitting here doing some schoolwork and I'm actually having to write a paper on white privilege. I know that's controversial as well, but that's just the way it is. That's what they're having us write about. And I wanted to get on here and say, hey, you know what? Let's open up some discussion about what's happening in our government, you know, because I'm just curious, because I am in a government kind of degree, you know, we have to talk about what, you know, what's going on. And I was just curious, like, how do you guys feel? Like, how do you feel about the tariffs that he's putting? How do you feel about the border situation? How do you feel about the, you know, the birthright, him trying to reverse the birthright immigration status and stuff like that? Like, are you guys keeping up with this stuff? Or, and are you feeling the inflation? Like, are you feeling the price of the eggs and the price of groceries in your households? Like, are you guys actually like aware? No, it's not cool. Mary, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? I know I haven't come on live for a while, but I hope you're doing okay with everything. Are you seeing some progress? Right. And Mary, you're still in, are you still in New York? Are you still up there in New York? And I'm painting my nails because I found this really cute nail polish. You see it? It's so cute. It's got like it's called cupcake sprinkles, ups and downs. You're in New Jersey. Are you feeling the like inflation? Have you? I'm sure you have, right? I was talking earlier about how RJ, he had to go buy eggs last week and it cost us $40 to buy 4 dozens of eggs. I'm sorry, Mary. I'm sorry you're still going through that. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I saw that these other countries are firing back because Trump, you know, he put tariffs on these countries and now they're firing back. And it's kind of interesting that China is putting tariffs on us because a lot of our products come from China. You know, you live alone. Wow. So Mary, you've been going through this all by yourself? Can I get my subs over here? Like, what do you mean, Bryson? Like your subscriber? You want subscribers? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand what you're saying. So, Mary, you don't have any family that's helping you, like, while you've been going through, you know, your withdrawal stuff? He's wrong. Who, Trump is wrong? I know, and you know, I don't know if you guys are believers like in scripture and stuff, but I honestly feel like this is like what's happening is I feel like what's happening is like ushering in like prophecy, and I know that's controversial too, but I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't care. Let's talk about it. Mary, zero family? Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't have RJ, I wouldn't have any family either. We were just talking about that last night, how that whole situation, like when I had the diabetes scare, and um she lives in Alabama. Me and RJ were just talking about that when I had my hyperglycemic episode, and then they put me on the Xanax, and then I was on the Xanax, and then I had to come off the I had to come off the Xanax while I was trying to figure out my blood sugar. It was like we were just talking about how blessed. So you're a widow. You know what scripture says about widows, man? We're supposed to take care of you. Man. My mother-in-law's a widow. We take care of her, because I don't know. My mom, my mother-in-law, she's on she's retired, so she's on Social Security, and I'm telling you right now, with all this stuff going on, her check barely pays for her rent. And it's crazy. And I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. It is crazy what's going on. I think, like, when it comes to the president and stuff, I honestly think like they're just like a face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot of other things at play because it is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever read like Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, it talks about asking for the Father to protect us from the principalities and the powers of the dark forces of this world. I don't think people understand that. Like what Trump is. And oh, let me tell you, when I was talking with when I used to talk to Tara, she had sent me this video about these people, like they were all over YouTube talking about how Trump wasn't going to make it into office, and he was, something was going to happen to him before he even got to inauguration and all this. And I'm like, well, now he's in office, so I can tell you one thing. Because even scripture says to be able to tell that this, like, a person who's like trying to prophesy and say like these are the things that are going to happen, one way to tell that they're a false prophet is that the things that they prophesy don't come to pass. And so I was like watching those those channels, and I was like, no, we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. Unfortunately, our relationship, our friendship was becoming I guess with what's going on in her life and what's going on in my life, it just became strained, and we had to part ways. Well, you know what? It happened to me, so it's not like I'm gossiping. What happened was, for whatever reason, she said that she wanted to put space between us. Like, she said she was basically gonna stop texting me, and that just broke my heart. Like, it set me off, and I went back into that old kind of mind frame of like, wow, like I felt like I was being abandoned all over again. And so I just couldn't believe that she said that, like she's taking a break from me. And I don't know if she meant it like that necessarily, like, because we only text message. So I felt like I fell in love with Tara. I loved Tara. I still love Tara. I think about her and pray for her all the time. I just feel like whatever was going on in her life at the time, she needed to take a break from communicating with me, and it broke my heart. And so I just built a wall up, and I just cut all communication, because it made me nervous. It made me scared because of how I realized like how close I had become to her, or like how much I had like put into that relationship, when she said that to me. And it's like a broken record. It plays over in my head every day. Like I hear it, like her text message, seeing it, I see it like every day, and her saying, I need to back away from you. It broke my heart, because I'm like, I know you guys, if you keep up with my channel, I deal with abandonment, and I deal with, being a foster child, and being an orphan. And so having those emotions come up again, it scared me. And I just was like, hey, you do what you do. You do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. But it just kind of took me back, like, wow, she needs to take a break. Like, you want to back away from me. But, I pray for her. I think of her every single day. I have her gifts still in my home that she sent me. And I pray for her healing and her well-being. But that was just something that honestly, Mary, it scared me. It scared me how attached I had become to her friendship. So it makes me emotional just talking about it, because I really, I was calling her my sister, and just, you know, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what happened, but um anyway, that's what happened. Yeah. It's tough for me to hear people say things like that to me, like they got to take a break, or that my brain can't understand that, because I'm like, if I love you, I'll love you forever, like there is no break, there is no putting space between us. Like, if we're in it, we're in this. But it broke my heart, and I had to me and my husband, he had to nurse me back to health, kind of, because I got into a dark area for a few weeks there. It was just kind of, because I would wake up, the first thing I would do after reading my Bible was text her. I'd text her, and she was just my friend, like my confidant, all through the day. And then all of a sudden, that not being in my life anymore, it just, with the whole like withdrawal and all that stuff, like she was helping me through all that. So it was oh yeah, RJ, he's my best friend. We've been through it all. We have been through a lot together. We were homeless together. We were recovering from drug abuse together. We were baptized together. We were married. The Father called us out of a dark place in our life, and we found each other in such a desperate time in our life. Like, it was so crazy, because it's like, I prayed for a husband somewhere in the world, right? And he was praying for a wife somewhere in the world. And then all of a sudden, we were brought together, and that was it. And that, like, we both have dealt with abandonment. And so, when someone threatens that relationship or that, closeness, we build walls and we back out quick. And that's what happened. Hi, sweetie kid. Hello from Canada. Hey, I was just talking about Canada. I was just talking about the news that I was reading about the tariffs that Trump put on Canada, China, and Mexico. And I was wondering how you guys feel about that, because it's all over the news that we're about to see another increase in prices for the things that we buy. And I just can't imagine, the price of things going up again. Like, I know that, I don't know if you guys watch or believe, I'm sorry, not watch. I don't know if you guys are believers in our Father, or the Creator, and the Messiah. But if you read in Revelations, the prophecy says that the price of our goods are going to be more than a day's wages. Like, so I know that a lot of people are praying and hoping for peace and security, but the scripture doesn't point us to that it's going to get better. It actually points us to that it's going to get worse. And it's very interesting to be living in a time as that we are, because I'm like, these things are unfolding in front of our face, like it's happening. And it's crazy. But what are you guys up to today? I know it's Sunday. For us, it's the beginning of the week. We came off a Sabbath, you guys. I don't know if you know, but me and my husband, we observed the Sabbath, which is on Friday sundown to sorry, I had a notification. Sorry, I had a notification. So you still go to that veterans store? The commissary? Hey, Mary, can you tell me if you can still see me and hear me? Because I had got like a notification, and I had to like clear it. Okay. Yeah, we've been shopping more at the commissary, because the prices of things, we don't have to pay tax when we go there. So we were just talking about that earlier, how we would, like, RJ likes wings, right? So we buy like a big pack of wings from the commissary for like $10. The same pack of wings they selling at the Publix for like $21. And so when we go to the commissary, now, mind you, the commissary, yeah, and it's good meat. Like it's like USDA, whatever. But the commissary doesn't have like like a lot of and guy Mary, I don't know. For the last few times we've gone to the commissary, they have had no eggs whatsoever. Now, I don't know why the commissary doesn't have eggs, but when you go to Publix or Kroger or somewhere, like they have eggs. But for the past few weeks, we've had to go hunting for eggs. Like we had to go store hopping because we're like, and that's another thing is the bird flu stuff. And that's the thing. How do you trust? You've been telling me, I know it. You've been telling me to get chickens. And also, my mother-in-law, she came over today and said she had a dream that we had chickens. And RJ, he went to the Tractor Supply the other day, and I had asked him, I said, hey, did you see any chickens there? Like, when they have like the baby chicks, I had asked him, I was like, did you see any there? And he was like, no. And I was wondering, like, are they going to have any this year? Because, there's been farms that have had to like kill their entire chicken. Um, I don't know what the word is, their entire chicken flock or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, because I actually watched this lady on YouTube. Her channel name is Tommy Bites TV, or I don't know what she calls it now because she's always changing it. But I watched her channel. She actually bought these baby chickens and showed like she still has the same chickens, and she showed the entire process, and she takes care of them every single day, and she shows how she like gives them cayenne pepper to help them like keep giving eggs during the winter and stuff like that. So but we actually have coyotes and foxes and like huge like falcons and hawks over here. So we would really have to like, keep an eye. But I've always wanted chickens. I remember my grandma, when I was a little girl, there was a summer when the foster care let us stay with my grandmother, my real grandma, and she had chickens, and I was like, oh, that was so cool. But um and oh guys, and the look, okay, so there's so much going on in the news with the tariffs, with Trump, with the them rounding up people. And I'm wondering, like, I haven't heard anything yet, but have they started rounding up people that are not necessarily criminals but are not citizens, you know what I'm saying? And you know what else I saw? Donkeys. I saw that donkeys actually protect, like their chickens and other animals. I didn't know donkeys were so tough. But I'm painting my nails. I'm just hanging out, guys. I have some schoolwork. I don't feel like doing it, honestly, and it's not due until later this week. But and I also have to go to a concert, and I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know, being in public. My teacher said that all I have to do is go there, and I have to at least take a picture of myself being there with the program. So I'm thinking of a way to like get around that because I do not feel like sitting at no concert. RJ's like, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. But you know how I'd be like working myself up. I know, and I was telling RJ that actually because when I was younger, when I got arrested when I was like in my 20s, when I was put in jail, like in the holding cell, the ICE, they would come around and like ask you, where are you from? And you'd have to say, oh, I'm from blah, 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 blah. Where were you born? And then you tell them and they'd leave you alone. But it's crazy, Let's see what else is going on in the news. And guys, he just got in office, and I keep thinking about all I can do is relate it to scripture because that's how we live our life, like what else is there? But I just feel like things are happening and they're happening fast. um But and you know what, Mary, do you know what kind of things do we get from Canada? Like, okay, so it says Canada, Mexico, and China. Now, I know because I'm a Mexican American, I know there are some products that we do buy from Mexico that are in our stores. Actually, oh my goodness, this it just hit me. Avocados. Okay, I know a lot of our produce comes from Mexico. Avocados, limes, there's onions. I mean, there a lot of our produce that we get is from Mexico. I know there's a lot of products in the stores too that come from Mexico. And Canada, I don't understand. What do we get from Canada? Let's see. Let me type this in. What products does the US get from Canada? Crude petroleum, we get cars, petroleum gas, oil, minerals, lime, cement, transportation equipment, chemicals, plastic, rubber, leather, vegetable products, fresh produce, grains, cut flowers, wood products, food stuff, cereal, and electronics. Wow. Okay. So what products do we get from Mexico? Okay, so from Mexico, products from Mexico, cereal, essential oils, aircraft, soap, copper, ships, footwear, cacao beans, salt, fish, coffee, headgear, zinc, dairy products, nickel, carpet, fertilizer. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing that people don't understand. It says furniture, silk, lac, woven fabrics, plastic, furniture, artwork. Okay, and that's the thing people don't understand. Like, alcohol, crude oil. Yeah. We as America, like we get all our stuff from other places. Like, and that's why I think he wants to take over the Panama Canal. I don't know if a lot of people understand what the Panama Canal is. I actually watched, there's a documentary that you can look up and watch. It's a very interesting documentary on the Panama Canal. But the Panama Canal is basically the highway of where the big ships come in from other countries. They have to come in through there. And so Trump, that makes sense that he wants to gain access or have control of the Panama Canal because then basically says, you know, he says, hey, you can come here, you can't come here. But yeah, so that's crazy because, you know, our country actually imports a lot of stuff. Like, really? Guys, it's going, and think about, okay, so I used to live in Texas, right? So, and Texas is a big, like, a lot of their products are from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's Tex-Mex. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but Texas was Mexico before the Alamo. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came in and took that too. But I don't know. It's such a fine line because it's like I agree with some of the things that he's doing and I don't agree with other things. And then really it's like, Iris, don't even waste your time thinking about what Trump's doing because whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And ultimately prophecy is what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look, I painted my nails. I painted this hand. And it ain't gonna last. It won't last. It won't last very long because, like I said, I'm constantly washing dishes and we support Canada. I'm like this. I support anybody who's trying to do right. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing, doesn't Canada have free healthcare for everybody up there? What's the topic about? We just talking everything. We talking politics because, you know, I know a lot of people come on here and they don't like to talk politics because it is very controversial. But I'm like, why not? Let's see where people's minds are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys feeling? What are you thinking? Like, are you guys being directly impacted by what's going on? I know there's a lot of people. I was watching YouTube and I saw this young lady at the airport and I don't know what her situation was. I know she wasn't a criminal because they would have come in and arrested her, but she was at the airport and she was like, I can't believe I'm going back to Mexico, you know? And I was thinking about that birthright citizenship thing. And I was like, okay, so I was like explaining it to somebody and I was like, okay, so think about this. You got a person from, I don't know, let's say Africa. that comes here on a school visa, right? It never leaves. They just stay here because they got family and they've been living under the radar. Then you got someone from Mexico who's on a work visa, whatever. They stay here and then they never go back, right? And they fall in love. They have a baby, but they're not citizens. And that baby, the birthright is supposed to say, if you're born in the United States, that makes you a citizen. Well, what Trump is saying he's trying to do is he's trying to change that. And I was like asking RJ, I was like, well, how long? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where does it stop and where does it begin? Like, is he gonna say like no matter what the situation is? Because I'm like, we all came from somewhere. Not, you know what I'm saying? The whole in the entire United States, even before America was America, like the natives were here. So everybody that came from somewhere else, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, sweet kid. That, and I was just thinking about that because my family I love avocados. We eat avocados with everything. So I was like thinking of that song that's like avocados from Mexico. But it's interesting. Like, I want you guys to start like picking up your stuff in your home, like picking it up and seeing, like, because I know it says, look, made in China. I mean, and this is like a religious calendar, made in China. You'd be surprised of all the things that you have in your home that is made in China. You know what I'm saying? Made in China, my little light lamp. And that's the crazy thing. That was a crazy thing. Stock up, Iris. Yeah, yeah, Mary, me and yeah, me and my husband, we little by little we are. Can you freeze avocados? Actually, you can. And you know what? There was a lady on YouTube who her channel name was basically like the depression, I can't think of it, but she basically shows you like the depression recipes. And she says everything that you see in the frozen aisle at the grocery store, you can freeze. And so she's like, when you see frozen bell peppers, frozen onions, you see frozen avocados, frozen mangoes, all that stuff you can cut up and freeze. And so I was like, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. But you know, I look back to what I was saying. I thought that's what I thought was crazy was people were telling people not to shop on Temu, right? For whatever reason, like you're supporting China or whatever. And I was like thinking, guys, that's ignorant because everything you already have in your home is from China. Anything you pick up a fork, you pick up everything. I mean, the littlest things in your home is from China. Hey, Marilyn, beautiful girl, how are you? I'm talking politics, girl, because I'm like, why not? You know what I'm saying? People don't want to talk about it, but let's talk about it. We're talking about tariffs. We're talking about Canada. We're talking about China. We're talking about Mexico. We're talking about how they putting out on the news that things are about to get, they're about to go up again because the countries that that Trump is putting tariffs on are going to be putting tariffs on us. And we were talking about how, you know, we were like discussing what products do we get from Canada, what products come in from Canada, from Mexico, from China, and we're like, everything. Okay. Like, it's about to get bad. And we were also discussing about the birthright citizenship that Trump is trying to, I don't know if he's trying to reverse it, because I'm like, reverse, how can you reverse something that has always been? Like, before America was America, everybody who came here was not from here, you know? So I'm just curious to see where everybody's mind is at, you know, with everything that's going on. And like, my goodness, there was already 2 plane crashes, terrible plane crashes. Like, my husband was in the military, in the Army for 10 years. Like, how does that happen? How does a Black Hawk, I mean, these people are trained, like, and if they're being trained, there's somebody on that plane that, or that helicopter, that knows, you know what I'm saying, what to look out for. I mean, I know we don't know the conditions of what it was like over the Potomac, I think it's a river, Potomac River. Ignorant of me, I should probably look that up. But just we're just talking about crazy things that are happening and wondering if your family is feeling the effects of all these things. RJ went out last week. We had to go hunt for eggs, you know, and I'm like, man, maybe we should stop eating eggs, because I mean, really, they don't provide that much nutrition anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we used to buy this powder for RJ is a protein powder, and it's called Simply Eggs, I think. Oops. But it was a protein powder, and I went to buy some the other day for him, and it went up like for a pound, it was like $39. Now it's like $54. Simply Egg white powder. Let's see. Go to my Amazon cart. But guys, I just turned 40. My birthday was the other day. And so now I'm in the 4 zeros, guys. I can't even believe it myself. I didn't think I was going to make it out of high school, more or less, being 40. I remember back in 2015 being in high school. I remember being like, thinking like, I ain't going to make it. Like thinking in 2015, thinking of like 2020, that seems so futuristic to me. I mean, 2015. Actually, when I graduated high school in 2003, thinking about 2015 felt like so far in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm 40 years old. I'm trying to see where this, okay, so this is where it is right here. This, okay, so let me show you guys. This brand here, I don't know if you can see it, but so the egg whites, let me see. This brand here, there it is. So this is the stuff I used to buy RJ, right? Can't even zoom it in. But look at the price. It went from $30 to $69. And I know now I'm married now. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking about something that's gonna break my heart. But so even the egg white protein powders have gone up. And I'm like, maybe we should just stop eating eggs because that price is crazy. $69? Yeah, that's crazy expensive. And see, RJ, he doesn't do the regular protein powder because he had gone to the doctor, and after starting a protein powder, he started getting fatty liver. And we didn't understand like what was happening. And girl, I had to do so much research. And finally this doctor finally came out and said that the amino stack in protein powders is causing people fatty liver disease. And I always wondered, like, you ever wonder, like, these people that be like so health conscious and they're in the gym and they working out and everything is, and then all of a sudden they just drop dead, and you're like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to their body? Well, these people taking these protein powders, it's causing them fatty liver disease. And the crazy part is people don't understand that just because something is not sweet, that the body doesn't care. The body converts certain things into sugars. It doesn't matter if it's not sweet. You know what I'm saying? And that amino acid stack that is in protein powder is causing people fatty liver disease. And I don't know if you've ever seen this doctor. This doctor, actually, I watch him. He helped me like during my whole like diabetic stuff and then the whole withdrawal thing. Oh, Marilyn has a vlog. Hello, Amazon, Shein, and Target haul. Girl, I love those. Marilyn, I've been watching your old channel stuff. I love your old content. Like how you used to do all those challenges and stuff. She probably gone now. Marilyn, she busy. She got, you know what I'm saying? Let me find this this doctor that I used to always watch. Man, he's got so much information. And he was one of the doctors that finally came out and said that the protein powder, the amino stack in protein powder is causing people fatty liver disease. And I'm like, you can't make it up. And I'm telling you, RJ's triglycerides and his cholesterol and his fatty liver enzyme was all elevated. We took him off the protein powder and we put him on the same diet that I'm on, like the ketogenic kind of, But I don't like to say keto because we don't be trying all that like keto product stuff, like you know, keto snacks and all that. So basically we don't eat carbs and we don't eat sugar. And if we eat carbs, we're eating complex carbs like brown rice and stuff like that. But as soon as we took him off that protein powder, his numbers came back down. His triglycerides are now in the 60s. Like, it was amazing. I thought that was so cool. Like, your boys were so young. I like those videos. Do you guys know about Dr. Eric Berg? I watch him too. Dr. Eric Berg. He has a lot of information. There's some doctors who've actually come out, you know, and said like they tired of the medical industry. You know, they want to help people get well. They're tired of people just getting sick, you know. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that video that I posted today about that tonic that I'm drinking, like the cayenne pepper, cinnamon, and the coconut oil and stuff like that. I actually got that recipe from one of these doctors, and it's been helping me. Like, it is like I can tell a difference. But hi mommy, look guys, that's my mother-in-law, Barbara Senior. That's my mama. And mama dealing with a bum knee right now. Mama, she hurt her knee, guys. But mommy's doing so well right now. She moved into her new apartment and she's all taken care of. Mama, we talking politics because, you know, people come out here and they don't want to talk politics, but I'm curious of what people are thinking, you know, like how are they feeling about the price of things and, you know, everything that's been going on with the tariffs and I'm curious. Let's see what they're saying right here on YouTube.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this card. Okay, you ready? All right, 100.
Let's see, guys.
Or with its biggest trading partners.
There could be some temporary short-term disruption.
Short-term disruption, guys. See?
After President Donald Trump signed 3 executive orders imposing 25% tariffs on all exports from Mexico and Canada, with a lower 10% tariff on Canadian energy exports and 10% tariffs on goods from China. Trump justifying the tariffs by blaming those countries for illegal drugs and undocumented migrants entering the U.S.
They've treated us very unfairly.
The tariffs are set to take effect on February 4th, just after midnight.
Guys, you know what? I'm like, I feel like he's so stuck on trying to make a point that he doesn't understand that it's ultimately going to disrupt our lives. Like, you got to remember the devil is raging. We must pray. That's right, mommy. You're right. And look, we were just looking up, what do we get from Canada, China, and Mexico? What products? And it's basically everything. We get everything from other countries, and the prices of things are about to go up. No, he don't care. I feel like he's trying to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so stuck on like, oh, trying to make America great again, and us Americans out here, we hungry. You know what I'm saying? We're like, make America great again. Like, can you just bring the prices down? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's prophecy. I know it. And that's crazy. I was watching this girl's YouTube channel, and her husband just got out of the military. He was in the Air Force, and he just moved to Canada to go be with her and her family. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. It's heating up. No, I didn't get my driver's license yet. I have to, you know what? Let me do it right now while I'm talking to you guys. Okay, mommy, because I know you're going to get on me. Let's see. Renew Georgia driver's license. I wanted to go and like take a whole new picture because I'm like 50 pounds lighter and my picture is just like ugly. And I'm like, they have nothing down to do with the fentanyl card. Who doesn't? Oh my goodness. And the crazy part about that fentanyl stuff, I was watching a few YouTube I was watching a few YouTube channels. Guys, you know, that's like The hospitals is like, that's like their one go-to drug now to give you in your, like, if they're gonna put you under anesthesia, is fentanyl. I put on my record, my medical record, I am allergic to fentanyl. Okay, don't put that stuff in me. I don't know how about, guys. We don't even go to the hospitals no more. We don't. Me and RJ. Not if we don't have to. Let's see. I gotta make a whole, like. I went to the CVS today, and I was like nervous because like, I get profiled sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. I get profiled when I go to stores and stuff. And there was this guy like just kind of watching. I don't know. Let me not get into that Proud Boy stuff. That's why my knee will hurt for a while. Yeah, I remember them giving me morphine in the hospital for my leg injury. Mary, did you hurt your leg? Look, my mother-in-law right there, Barbara, she's dealing with a knee that she hurt. You know, is there any natural remedies that you can give her advice for? Because she went and got the cortisol shot, you know, the cortisol shot, and she thinks it made it worse. She was looking up some stuff online, and she thinks it made it worse, which it probably did. Because, you know, we don't know what they be putting in that stuff. A tibial plateau fracture. How'd you do that, Mary? Well, let's see. What is a tibial? Tibial plateau fracture. Oh my goodness. That's what Mary broke right there. Oops. Let's see. Mary, how did you do that? That's like... You fell off a ladder. Girl. I've been watching those America's Funniest Videos because it's all about like, you know, people falling off stuff and slipping. It'd be crazy. It makes me laugh. I like watching stuff like that though. How'd you fall off a ladder? What were you doing on the ladder? I tell you, I go crazy when RJ's on a ladder. Oof. When RJ has to get up on the roof, I hate it. I'm like in here praying, like, Father, please, please protect him. Please, please don't let him get hurt. Please, like, I like turn off all the noise. I don't want to hear. I don't like the TV on. I don't like any noise. I want to be able to hear in case something happens. Mary, now that sounds like a joke. Changing a light bulb. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, and mommy, she has a scar on her leg that's like this big from an incident that happened, and now it's like she went, I think you were praying, right, mommy? You were praying and you knelt down on it wrong or something. Yeah. Yeah. And so mommy has like, she's had an old injury that I think she re-injured. And so they gave her that cortisol shot and she's thinking it maybe like made it worse. And so we're trying to like figure out to get her some relief so that she doesn't have to go get an MRI. Cause you know that like imaging contrast stuff that they put in you. I remember they did that to me one time. The motion light. You just lost your balance or what? Like, did you have the ladder stable? You know, because when I be watching America's Most Funniest Videos, some people, I watched one last night where a man had laid the ladder up against a bush. And I'm like, what? No, don't do that. Yeah, she does. And I was like telling her like, well, I didn't tell her yet, but I was looking up some stuff and it was saying like to be careful with what you eat because it can cause like certain things can cause inflammation in the body. So like, you know, like, I don't know, you lost your balance. And see, that's one thing I'm scared of now too, as I'm getting older. Like, if you look, like if I'm like climbing the stairs, if I look down too fast, like I get dizzy and I'm like, I'm not even gonna chance it. Not even gonna chance it. I can't stand for RJ when he's got to go do stuff on the roof or climb. And I'm like, ugh. I wonder what all this stuff does in here. There's like all these little buttons on the side. Major arthro, yeah. Mary, don't do that. As we get older, those surgeries, that recovery is something serious. Let's see what else is going on in the news. Let's see. That's so funny. I pushed news, right? And one of the head topics is Gwyneth Paltrow had low bone density at just 37. Really? That ain't news? We don't care about that woman and her bone density? That's so crazy. What people think is news these days. Hey, did they ever put that fire out in California? I don't even know. Discovering Mexico supermarkets. And that's another thing. That's just crazy. Because, you know, we actually here in our town, we actually have families who have businesses. Like there's an all Mexican store, right? So it's like, how they gonna get their products? Or even like the Koreans, how they gonna get their products? Yeah, mama, your age. Mom, what you doing? Look at that. Mary gonna be 61. When, Mary? Well, I don't know. Look at that. I just turned 40 on the 28th. Have you guys watched any new shows, any movies or anything? We started watching Paradise. Have you seen that one? That one, I think it's on. Hang on. Let me close my window because it's night and I see someone out there creeping. They going down that hill real slow. I'm like, no, let me close my window. What you doing, TT Mama? Yeah, I know. I saw a car. I saw the lights going down that hill, and I was like, hold up, because I got this bright ring light on. I was like, let me close that. I love black and white movies. I like those movies, though. Come here, Titi. Come here, Mama. You want to say hi? Say hi, you two. Come here. Come here. Come here, Mama. See, say hi. See, look, see. My baby girl. This is Tango's puppy girl. This is my little girl. Guys, she was so small. She was like this big. I had to, when RJ brought her home to me, I had to bottle feed her because she was only 4 days old when we got her from her mom. Yes, you were. You were just a little baby girl. Yes, you were. What you doing? You're outside with Tango boy? I love you, that's my little baby. You're mama girl. Yes, you are. You're mama little girl. What, you want this napkin? All right. See you later. You little fat girl. Mama little girl. It took a long time for her to get used to my mother-in-law, but finally she came over a few times and she finally was just like, you know, she know who she is now. So now mama can come over and it's not, they're not barking and going crazy, but yeah, Tango, he's a German Shepherd Siberian Husky mix. We bought him, found him on Craigslist, paid a pretty little penny for him, because they're called hybrids or something like that. But then Tango, we didn't ever get him snipped. So the neighbors had a dog and she wasn't snipped, or, you know, she wasn't fixed either. And she kept getting out And one time they got caught, they got connected. They had, you know, they were out there stuck. And next thing you know, the neighbors told us that that dog was pregnant. And RJ said, well, I want one of the puppies. And we were going to get a boy puppy, but they had already sold the boy puppy. And so when RJ went over there, he saw her like really strong and like just, he's like, she said that, or RJ said that she was real like trying to get to the mama's teat, you know, to get milk. And he says, I want her. So at that time, the neighbors, they weren't, you know, too trustworthy. You know, they were young. We'll just say that they were young. So Archie's like, I'm gonna go get my dog. So he went and picked up Sierra, brought her home. And when he brought her home, it was basically like this big. Like she was like this big. And she's like, here's your puppy. And I'm like, her eyes are not open. She's still drinking milk. I'm like, babe, what am I supposed to do with her? And we had to look, I had to do so much research to figure out like how to take care of her so she wouldn't die. I was so scared I was gonna kill this dog. We had to get a heat lamp. We had to give her goat's milk. We had to go to Tractor Supply, buy a heat lamp, get the powder milk. We had to like feed her every 2 hours. And it was a whole thing. Like it was like having a baby, taking care of her. It was a lot. But praise Almighty that she's doing all right. But she's fixed. We got her fixed as soon as we got, you know, the vet said that we could get her fixed. We got her fixed because we were like, we don't want no more puppies. Yeah, I'm just hanging out, guys. Let's see what Marilyn got into today. Y'all better order from your Temus and your Shein, mama, because they're gonna start hiking up the prices. And that's if they even, you know what, honestly, I don't even know if I would order from Shein or from Temu, because it's like, well, are you gonna get it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at all the pink that Marilyn has.
Happy February. Today's the first day of February. And this morning I just really woke up. This vlog is gonna be like everywhere. I'm gonna do an unboxing of Amazon.
I love Marilyn's vlog. I like watching her.
And things that I've been having that I haven't used.
I hope Jackie's okay. Were y'all watching Jackie's live last week? Or yeah, last week. I think it was Thursday when she got sick. Hope she's doing better.
Coming the 8th. Yes, the 8th. I'll have all my ladies here and I'll show you little sneak peeks of what I got. Obviously,
Mary, I think about that all the time about my dogs. I'm so scared. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like that day happened. I'm like,
always have these pink decorations.
I had a Siberian Husky, a full-bred Siberian Husky whose name was Bella. And we had adopted her from a lady online because the lady was a widow. She was a new widow and she had this dog and she was like trying to reach out to somebody to help her. And I felt compelled to help her because she was a widow. And I know scripture and it says, you know, to help the widows. And so I told RJ, I was like, I really think we should take this dog. And so we went and picked her up and she was just a puppy. And we had her for like, I think we had Bella for like 3 years. And then she left because we didn't get her fixed and she wanted to go mate. And she was in heat and she ran off and left. And we looked for her for days. And it broke my heart. Like, I cried. I was messed up. I cried. I stayed downstairs and I was like crying like, my dog. But RJ didn't like her because she had pulled the leash one time. RJ had the leash wrapped around his hand like this and he took her for a walk. And you know, Huskies, they pull. And she had pulled that leash so hard that RJ's finger got stuck in it and it pulled his finger back like this and it broke his finger here backwards. And what it did is it snapped the tendon here. So the tendon drew up into his arm and he had to have surgery where they had to pull the tendon all the way up here. And then they had to fix the bone and they had put like literally it was like a button, like a button that you sew onto your clothes. They put a button here to pull the tendon and they had the tendon like, oh, it was bad. I have, you know, I'll see if they'll let me, or if RJ will let me post that because, ooh. But so he had this thing for Bella because he was like, she's too rough. He didn't let me walk her after that. Yeah, mommy, I saw that somewhere online where it said dogs, or did it say animals? I think maybe it said animals. Animals are the only thing on earth that will love you more than they love themselves. And I'm telling you, Tango and Sierra, they have helped RJ. There was one time RJ went and he was working in the backyard, and there was a copperhead. You know, here in Georgia, we have copperheads and rattlesnakes, and there was a baby copperhead. And the crazy thing about the copperhead, the baby copperheads, is they say that their venom is stronger or more dangerous than the adult ones. And Tango had seen it. Him and Sierra had seen the snake, and so they went and they were like going like this, like pouncing on it. And so RJ was like, wow, like he's like, I was right about to go right where it was, and the dogs alerted me to it. So
on Sunday, I think I'm gonna start doing my bedroom. I'm gonna do it all pink. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I got, and then I'm spending the day with my mom and my sister. So I'm gonna go there and spend the day with them.
Mary, do you watch Marilyn's vlogs, like her vlogs on her channel? I always think like how beautiful it is, how big of a family she has. She has so much family. But yeah, guys, I'm just hanging out. U.S. faces retaliatory tariffs from Canada and Mexico. It's gonna happen, guys. You don't watch Marilyn's vlogs? You should. She has really cool vlogs. I love watching. I like finding people who have vlogs that are like where they've had their channel for a really long time and they got like a lot of videos, because then what I like to do, I like to go to their channel, and when you push videos on your computer or your phone, you can push, it says latest, like right here. So on their vlogs, right? You can push videos, and then underneath it says latest, popular, or oldest. And I always like to push the oldest, and then I'll start watching from the beginning, so that like I like catch up with their life, like what they've been up to. And that's what I've been doing with Marilyn's. And Marilyn actually, she used to do a lot of like mukbangs and challenges, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't know she was like into like doing stuff like that. And reviews. She did a lot of reviews. But it's cool. I like seeing that. And her challenges are so funny. Like this one is funny. Let me show you. I know. Did you see Erin came live the other day? Did you see it? She's doing okay. She came live and she said that she's doing okay. She's still dealing with that jaw thing. Yeah, she does them so sporadically. She'll come on and then get off real quick. But basically, she just comes on to tell everybody that she's doing okay. Look, look at Marilyn. She's doing the marshmallow challenge. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, Mommy, I'm going to call you here in a minute. I'm going to get off here in a minute. I'm going to call you, check on you. Okay? But yeah. Well, I'm going to go, Mary. I'm going to go. I need to make some chicken bites for us. I'm going to take some chicken breasts and cut them up and season them, and then just cook them in the pan for me and RJ, and then cut some cabbage, and that's going to be our dinner. But I'm going to get to that. I need to call my mommy, make sure she's okay, and taking precaution with her leg, with her knee. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for an hour and 4 minutes. Bye. Oh, and if you can, you guys, say a prayer for Jackie. I haven't reached out to her today, but last time she was on, she was ill, like she had a stomach bug or something. So we're going to pray for her healing and pray that she has a speedy recovery, whatever's going on. And I think she said her husband was sick too, but I'm not sure. But anyways, love you guys. Don't forget to say your prayers and don't forget to read your Bible. And I will always say this, there are tons and tons of Bible apps that you can download and just start reading. It doesn't matter where you start, just start putting it in your mind and in your heart. And I love you guys. Mary, I'm going to continue to pray for your healing and your recovery. And I'm here for you, girl. If you ever need to just chat and you're up at night, comment on one of my videos because sometimes I can't sleep either. And so I'm up. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.